Our group today will present about Unit 7, International and Vietnam Organizations. According to Wikipedia, an international organization is an association of members from many countries. There are two main groups: non-governmental organizations, NGOs for short, and intergovernmental organizations. NGOs include non-profit organizations like International Olympic Committee, World Organization of the Scout Movement, and multinational corporations like Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Microsoft, etc. With the intergovernmental organization, these are made up of countries. For example, the United Nations, the European Union, the World Trade Organization. And here we will introduce three organizations.
So, first we need to know what is HCADRO. It stands for Hanoi Cats and Dog Rescue Organizations, and it was established in April 2012. Is one of the first rescue stations in Hanoi. The station is always ready to receive cases of dogs and cats that are homeless, abandoned, or have some health problems. Also, Hanoi Cats and Dog Rescue Organization is one of the predecessors of HBR, also known as Hanoi Pet Rescue. This is the first NGO licensed rescue station in Vietnam.
The purpose of Hanoi Cat and Dog Rescue Organization. Firstly, is rescue and find owners. The central receive abandoned, abused, and homeless cats and dogs need help. The process includes receive information, rescue, health check, medical examination and treatment, foster, rehome, check again new home, follow and support for whole life pet care. Procedures for finding owners are also strictly carried out by the rescue central to ensure the quality of life of pets after changing owners. And finally, the main aim is to bring good life to cats and dogs. Secondly, is to raise community awareness for pet owners. The central will provide tutorial video and printed material on basic pet care and will organize other welfare activities. And for all people, for the public, the central will launch campaign to raise people awareness about animal welfare, especially cats and dogs.
They sense the message dogs and cats are not food, but a friend and relative of man. With their meaningful word, young people always want to be able to contribute a small part to change the negative view of animals in society. Join hands to do a good job of protecting and loving animals.
The United Nations Entity for Gender Equality and the Empowerment of Women, also known as UN Women. UN Women advocates for the rights of women and girls and focuses on a wide array of issues, including violence against women and violence against LGBTQ+ people. UN Women was established by the merger of the United Nations Development Fund for Women, UNIFEM, established in 1976, and other entities. This organization became operational in January 2011. UN Women is the UN organization delivering programs that policies and standards uphold women's rights and ensure that every woman in the world lives up to her full potential.
UN Women wants basically to achieve Planet 50-50 by 2030. It's a very simple idea. It's to achieve a planet where men and women would be equal. It will also be a more prosperous planet, a healthier planet, and a more peaceful planet.
People in this highly unequal world living desperately repressed and oppressed lives.
Each person at UN Women comes from that understanding that that principle of equality is what is going to make the world sustainable.
The UN Women Executive Board is made up of representatives from 41 member states elected to 3-year terms by the UN Economic and Social Council, with the following regional allocation and number of members: Africa, Asia, the Pacific, Eastern Europe, Latin America, the Caribbean, Western Europe, and other countries.
So, what are the UN Women's Aims? The UN Women's Goals is sustainable development for women and girls, and they advocate for women equal participation in all aspects from life, including the following. Women are equally represented in and benefit from governance system. All women and girls live in life free from all forms of violence. Women have the right to influence sustainable peace and resilience, as well as benefit equally from natural disaster prevention. UN Women supports UN member states as they set global standards for achieving gender equality and works with governments and civil society to design the laws, programs, and services needed to ensure that the standards are effectively implemented and truly benefit women and girls worldwide. According to 2019 National Survey on Violence Against Women in Vietnam, nearly 63% of women experience some form physical, sexual, or economic violence, as well as controlling behavior by husbands in their lifetime, and nearly 32% of women experience courtly violence. And after UN Women support, gender equality in Vietnam has improved with the election of deputies to the 15th National Assembly and People Council at the levels of the 2021-2026 term in June 2021, with the percentage of female National Assembly deputies reaching 30.26%, higher than the average of 25.5% of the world.
Guys, we can do this too. We're gonna make viral videos so we can become internet famous. Think about it, Panda. You know those 50 million views had at least one girl in there.
Internet ladies.
And think of all the internet glory you could bask in.
Iceberg enjoys basking.
All right, pause in.
Wait, what is this? We never do this.
Just go with it. Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Internet famous.
Free the Bears Fund, also called FBF, is an Australian charitable wildlife protection organisation. In 1993, Perth's grandmother Mary Houston's son Simon insisted she join him to watch television program that would change her life. The segment contained horrifying footage of moon bears, Asiatic black bears, half in coffin-sized cages unable to move, with dirty catheter inserted directly into their gallbladder to milk thereby. On 23 March 1995, Free the Bears Fund was registered as a not-for-profit charity in Perth, Australia.
And so when was Free the Bears Fund founded? When did you first have that connection to bears? You felt that connection?
I founded the fund, the Free the Bears Fund, in 1995 after campaigning very heavily to raise awareness about what was happening to the bears in Southeast Asia. We campaigned for 2 years and I realised you can't do very much without money. Definitely. So I registered the fund in 1995.
Fantastic. And since 1995, how many bears have been saved by the fund?
I would say probably about over 800 bears. We've saved 500 bears just in India alone, the sloth dancing bears, and we've saved some bears and Asiatic bears in Cambodia, Laos, Thailand and Vietnam.
That's incredible. So you have other sanctuaries apart from the one I visited in other countries around the world as well?
Yes, we've got huge sanctuaries in India, 4 sanctuaries in India, and we've got massive sanctuaries in Cambodia and in Vietnam and in Laos as well.
The Free the Bears Fund support animal welfare project in Cambodia, India, Laos and Vietnam. Free the Bears also was registered as a charity in the United Kingdom in 2010. To protect, preserve and enrich the lives of bears throughout the world, FBF gives 5 strategic aims. First, create and support world-class bear sanctuaries, government-owned, managed to the highest level of welfare and striving towards long-term sustainability. Second, develop alternative sustainable livelihood programs for the community to prevent impoverished families from exploiting bears for profit.
Third, strengthen wildlife law enforcement efforts through advocacy and training. Fourth, protect wild bear population through community-led efforts and increase understanding of wild bear population. Fifth, build the capacity of local partners and staff including government, authority, researchers, school teachers, and animal care staff. Some typical projects of the organization such as Bear Cub Rescue, Cambodia Sanctuary, Vietnam Sanctuary, India Sloth Bear.
Syringe. Imagine going through that torment of frequency of every couple of days and you're living on a subsistence of very, very meagre rations of food.
These pictures show a bear bile farm near the Lao capital Vientiane. The bear's face is a portrait of pain. Nobody knows how many farms like this are in Laos. It's actually illegal in Laos to treat animals like this. But as all too often in Southeast Asia, enforcement and punishment are totally inadequate. Luke Nicholson says the greatest threat to animals is human poverty. You can find products from the illegal wildlife trade in almost every local market here. They're popular with Chinese tourists.
Bear teeth here. These are being sold for $50 each. We have a bear claw here.
Right next to them, Lao whiskey with animal parts preserved in them, including bits of bear.
Just recently we've had a seizure on the Lao-Vietnamese border of a number of bear paws which were destined for China to become bear paw soup, which is considered a delicacy and a luxury in China and demands very high prices.
In Vietnam, Cat Tien Bear Rescue Center was opened in 2008 inside Cat Tien National Park in collaboration with the Forest Protection Department of Vietnam. The first group of 9 rescue bears were visited by the largest semi-natural in Vietnam for rescue wildlife.